Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Small Slice of News Edition on Piece of the Pie Show. If we haven't had the pleasure of meeting, I'm your host, Pi Patel, and thank you so much for giving me some of your valuable time today. And I hope to not disappoint you at all. So let's just get right into today's episode. We have a very important story that demands all of our attention as current developments leave the US government poised and change the complete landscape of cryptocurrencies and potentially devastate the markets for all of us here in the United States and possibly worldwide. The Biden administration has just recently released its statement urging the SEC and the CFTC to release regulations on digital currency for the safety and security of investors. But when we pay closer attention to what is really being said, it seems like the government cares much more about who has the ability to create wealth, namely the current financial system, and it's not hard to name the rest unless it's considered misinformation by the media.
That's canceled.
And controlling the multi-trillion-dollar industry than the vulnerable investors. According to an article published in Forbes, the Biden administration has instructed U.S. government agencies to double down on Bitcoin and crypto enforcement, potentially putting the $1 trillion market on a collision course with regulators after the White House Office of Science and Technology suggested Bitcoin could be banned. How would an official statement announcing the banning of BTC in America affect the crypto economy? Well, I expect it could cause an overwhelming amount of investors to jump ship worldwide and give a reason for the people to say, look, crypto is totally unreliable and dangerous. So to further explore this, in a landmark suit filed Monday, September 19th, in federal court, the SEC claims that the entire Ethereum network is under U.S. jurisdiction due to the 45% of majority of Ethereum nodes being in America. In this case, the SEC claims that Ian Bellina failed to register a cryptocurrency as a security before its ICO, initial coin offering, because he received ETH that was validated by nodes operating in the US. So what happened to preserving the decentralized nature of crypto? It looks like it's heading in the same direction as the rest of the economy. But I digress. If the SEC has its way, it could turn the whole Ethereum network into an American securities exchange and will have oversight control over a vast majority of transactions, not to mention DeFi and NFT platforms. So anyone that believes in a decentralized financial system and understands the inherent dangers of a central bank controlling your livelihood should be really worried where this is all headed. University of Kentucky, Brian Fear told Decrypt that although it's unlikely that the SEC will try to assert itself in this suit, but in the future, a judge will more than likely agree with the SEC's argument that the recent Ethereum merger makes it more aligned with the definition of a U.S. security exchange and grant jurisdiction. It's no coincidence that these incidents are happening right on the heels of the ETH merge. What I want to know is, did Vitalik know about any of this going into this? Anyway, we now have a central banks pushing their CBDCs, saying that when they roll out their centralized currencies, they will make the cryptocurrencies be completely useless. So much is at stake right now, you guys. Everything from personal freedoms to financial freedoms. In my opinion, if we lose financial freedoms, it won't be difficult to lose everything else. So say no to CBDCs. They are not the answer to our current inflation problem or to get the economy back on the right track. CBDCs are dangerous. They're a way to control the people further on where they spend their money and how they spend it. Look at what has happened to Andrew Tate and many others. The social medias alone have so much power. Imagine what the world would look like with CBDCs and social medias collaborating together. We could potentially lose our ability to speak how we want to and spend our money as we choose. Anyway, my apologies for the rant. I'm very passionate in this subject matter. I hope you can also see why. As always, thank you so much for watching Piece of the Pie Show. Tune in again next time where I'll be helping you get your piece of the pie. And before I go, as always, hey, drop a comment. That really helps me greatly. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. Much love to you all. I will see you next time. Adios, amigos.